Hey everybody, what is going on? This is just a quick little update video here on the Cows channel. And it's not the update I thought I was going to make. Just a little news item to see if you guys like a Cow's opinion, which is actually not a bad title for this irregular series whenever I see gaming news I like. So this is Kotaku. If you don't know, it is a pretty big major gaming reviews, news tips website out there. And they recently did an article just yesterday, day before, Tuesday, technically yesterday. Luke Plunkett, full credit to the author as you should, posted 11:59 on a Tuesday. Japan's robot crossover series is back for what feels like its 1,174th game. We're going to talk about that title. Super Robot Wars 30 isn't the 30th game, it's for the 30th anniversary. Now, I'm a huge fan of Robot Wars. The reason why I'm making this is because of that title. It feels like a little bit of a cheap shot. It's definitely attention-getting. Oop, stupid advertisements. We'll talk about those ads too in a second. It's definitely attention-getting. The problem being, it's the wrong kind of attention. It feels like you're just putting them down. These guys will celebrate. It's a great series. I play it. We just don't have a way to play it for the channel. I don't know how well it would do for the channel anyway. It's a very cool game, but it's still a little bit more niche than I would personally like. But it feels like you're just taking a cheap shot at them. Now, it might just be, attention-grabbing headline. But Super Robot Wars, one of the longest-running and most numerous video game series of all time, is back once more. And this time it's celebrating its 30th birthday. So congrats to that. A lot of series don't get to number 30. A tactical series where many of Japan's beloved giant robot mecha characters are thrown into battle together. Over the years, it's featured characters from Gundam, Mazinger, Macross, and Neon Genesis, all in one place. Now, this was a surprise to all of the fans like me. They literally just, not even the American E3, although they did release the international English trailer, so you will be able to import this game. It will work on your Nintendo Switch. But it was announced during Japan's own E3 Direct. It's literally just like a 60-second teaser. It's like, hey guys, Robot Wars had been promising for months that they're going to have a major announcement update stream in early July. We're all looking forward to it. So nobody expected this. Just a little, hey, here's showing that we're going to actually announce something. It's due out later this year, which is awesome. And in addition to releasing on the Switch, it'll also be coming to your PS4 and Steam. The latter of which is very interesting considering the series, well over 50 games, not 1,100, depending on how many of its spin-off titles you want to count, has been brought to, and again, weird little passive cheap shot, I don't understand it, has been brought to the West before, though few were translated into English for the SE, Southeastern Asian release. Now, I want to give you a caveat here. When it says Steam, it probably only means the Japanese version of Steam. You're going to need like NordVPN or something like that to be able to play it in the States or Europe. You can import the Switch and the PS4. Consoles have been region unlocked for over a generation, and they're in English, and the translations are actually pretty damn good. There's very few moments of somebody who doesn't speak English wrote this. And so we have some comments down here. Let's see some replies. I own an English copy of... Yeah, I have this too, actually. I'm playing it off and on at times. They translated some GBA games, Game Boy Advance games. Different places. All these games fun beyond nostalgia, and they all actually... Velps, they all very fun. I don't know if he's replying to this series was released into the 2000s. Excuse me, I disagree. Is there really such thing as over-the-top? Yeah, he's like, over-the-top battle scenes. Is it really over-the-top when you're talking about giant robots? So, there's actually surprisingly more comments than I thought there would be on this. Do not import it from China. Don't import it. You can easily get it from countless... you can get it off the PlayStation or Switch networks. You can also download it from some very respectable Japanese companies. You don't need to go to China for that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, here's the thing. I said Steam, but we're region locked, so this one will be due. It's the licensing is very complicated when you do both the Japanese and the international licensing. But the reason I want to make this video is this: that title. If I had made this video yesterday when I first saw it, I would have been Kotaku sucks. Grr. But that's not what this is about. That title is clickbaity and a little bit of a shot. First of all, I mean, how many times have we seen Madden or Call of Duty come out and we've been like, it's good. It's just not, they come out every year. They're not really innovating as much as they should. They're not doing enough. So, to take a shot at this when Kotaku doesn't really criticize even bigger franchises is a little weird, but that is not what the purpose of the video is. I think Luke is probably a really good guy. I think Luke is not into giant robots. I think Luke is not into strategy games. Outlets like Kotaku have been dealing with the pandemic very difficultly. Their ad revenues are down. They've had to let a lot of people go or have them on part-time freelance assignments. And so, if I had to guess, Luke, I don't know. I don't know Luke. I read Kotaku, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't pay a lot of attention. Can I click on your name and get a profile? Maybe it's at the bottom. Let me see at the bottom. Luke is a senior editor in Australia. He has written a book on cosplay, designed a game about airplanes, and runs cosplay.com. So he's got Japanese knowledge. He's more into, but based on the profile, I'd say he's more into the cosplay social function than the gaming function. Luke is probably a decent guy. I don't know how many strategy games he plays. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not know how much mecha he loves or watches. I'm not going to speculate. But if I had to take an educated guess, Luke is not your number one mecha strategy game go-to guy. And this was farmed out to him. Sites like Kotaku are dealing with lower readership. YouTubers, like this, oddly enough, are taking away their views and their readership, and their ad revenues are down because of the pandemic. I don't know if they're going to recover. And so, it's a clickbaity title. It's kind of an insult instead of... I don't understand when a series that has made it 30 years, why would you want the first thing you mention about it to be, here's a cheap shot at you, because you've made 1,100 games. But again, I think it's more clickbaity than mean. And again, I don't think this is Luke's wheelhouse or interest. I'm sure he's a really good guy. And I'm sure that Kotaku may have had a lot of other people who were into mecha and or strategy games who would have wrote either a neutral or a more glowing. And the glowing thing is kind of I think it's okay. You made it 30 years. Good job. I think that's okay. You don't want to have reviewers kissing the rear of game companies, of course, because that brings up a whole nother set of problems. But again, this was originally... yesterday, I read this article the first time, like, Luke hates robots. Why did they give us to him? Grr. But after I've slept on it, and I've thought about it, I thought, I think Luke is just a guy trying to do his job the best that he can. He does a pretty good write-up. He takes another little pokey-poke, numbers well over 50, depending on how many spin-offs you want to count to. Another little punchy punch. But that one doesn't even feel possibly rude like the title. That's just, Japanese franchises can be very convoluted, and it's like trying to keep up with the MCU or the DC universes of comic books over here. You'd be surprised how many spin-offs and crossovers and side stories there can be that somewhat affect the main saga or the main storylines. And Robot Wars is no exception. So really, it's just the title. I think Luke just doesn't get it. And he wrote a good article, and they went for a clickbaity title to see how many... I checked on Twitter, and we're not going to go to Twitter because, ooh boy, that's probably dangerous to do on my very first one. And there were some people saying, and the Twitter going to Twitter. Half the people on the article thing on Twitter were saying, you hate Robot Wars, you suck, what are you doing? The other half were laughing, look at all these weebs being triggered. But it accomplished what they meant. It was a little slight cheap shot, but it's got them talking about it. So, biggest news, 30th anniversary game is coming. In less than a month, we'll be able to see it and all the other information that Bandai has for us. I'm excited, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the first inaugural episode of a little bitty news update, irregular episode of A Cow's Opinion. Thank you so much for clicking. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you even like this. or if you want lots of gaming news, because I'm happy to give. And you know, again, Luke did a pretty good article write-up. Somebody just told him you have to have a clickbaity title. So I'm happy to give Luke a little extra, my 5 or 6 viewers. Why not? I'll see you guys next time.